Last summer, we initiated a project to use Beaubears Island as sort of a laboratory to study phenology. I'll get to that. But we're looking at the phenology on the island in order to understand the effects of climate change upon it. We applied for a grant to help us with the first steps of organizing historical data, to lay out a zone system, to establish sample plots, and then to study whatever changes within those plots take place. Just as we were getting started, COVID-19 hit. It limited some of the aspects of the project. Me and the other people who were actually doing it, we could go to the island, no problem, but it restricted visitors to the island. And part of the idea of this project was to actually open it up to citizen science, to you, that you could come here and participate. You know, if you're here to observe what we're doing, great. If you want to study and learn along the way with us, terrific. It didn't take place, obviously. However, we did get to the island at least once a week, and we stayed there for many hours each day. And of course, the weather, if you remember last summer, was very hot and very humid, so it wasn't the most nicest place to be, but there were no mosquitoes. Going back to phenology. It's simply the study of periodic plant and animal life in cycles and the events that take place in those cycles and how they're influenced by the seasonal and interannual variations in climate, how the climate affects habitat factors. This is phenology. You're looking, say, at a plant. You measure the plant, you understand the plant, you keep coming back to it. Any changes? If not, why? If, yes, why? This is what we're looking at. In the scientific literature on ecology, the term is simply used to indicate a time frame and nothing more. But so many of the phenomena that you see once you get down on the ground, they're very sensitive to small variations. It's not like, oh, last summer was hot and humid, therefore. No. What's the temperature on the ground here? What's the temperature at 1 meter? What's the temperature at 10 meters? Who gets what rainfall or snowfall? These are the things that happen. And what we're learning is minor differences can make major differences. We look back at historical records. What was taking place 50 years ago, 100 years ago, looking at climate change and global warming. To date, these zones, if you will, have been established. Many sample plots. They're noted by GPS. Along with the idea of what critical plants are in these zones and plots that we can look at, because they will show us responses to climate change better than some of the other things, which is why we picked them. It's important to note, though, at the beginning of the project, we are not speculating on the outcome of climate change, although many indications are already present. So it's worth noting that there will be positive and negative effects throughout the island. In a sense, there will be winners and losers, and this will have an effect on what we do on the island. The ecology affects us as well, and present relationships of animals to plants, plants to plants, animals to animals, and everything to us could be changed, will be changed. Some forever, as species become extinct, or locate elsewhere. And as those changes take place, future relationships will be established. New species come in, other species become dominant, and we will see this both in the plant and animal life cycles. Now, Beaubears Island is an old place. It's withstood many changes, drastic changes that we're not even contemplating right now, over millions of years. And yet the island endures out of strength, determination, maybe just plain stubbornness. And it will survive whatever changes occur in the future, however much things are changed. And all this leads me back to the COVID situation. Come this summer, we invite and would appreciate any and all of you that can come to Miramichi, depending on the situation, to do so and be part of this project. If you're interested in environmental ecology or botany, I tend not to look at the animals because they're not going to let you see them. So we'll deal with that another way. Or if you just want to come and see what we're doing and why we're doing it, and just chat with us. We're here from June through September. Maybe even give some thought to a project that you might think of and maybe want to help us and incorporate it into our report. We're open. So the whole idea, if you like this series, support us if you can. Leave some comments so that we understand how you're feeling about this, what you're thinking. Until next time, take care.